I am a self-proclaimed nerd. I have been since as far back as I can remember when I was dressing up as Dumbledore for the midnight release of Harry Potter. Went to the bookstore, stood in line to get that book, dressed with a beard, my little young self. I also recently became a little bit more nerdy in the Star Wars universe. This past year, Star Wars The Force Awakens came out, and the female lead was one of the first Star Wars leads we've ever seen where the main character was a woman. They just advertised Star Wars Rogue One, a spin-off of the original Star Wars universe that we're all known, that we are all familiar with. And the lead is once again a woman. I spoke with other fellow nerd women friends of mine about this, and I'm like, I am so excited to see these women in these roles in the nerd universe. And they were too. They're like, I'm excited and surprised. Why should we be surprised? Women are pretty super, right? I have been to more Comic Cons than probably anyone in this room. I have seen plenty of people there, even here in Kentucky, and you'd be surprised that the demographic is a mix. It's not just Sheldon Coopers walking around in their Bazinga t-shirts. It's women and men and girls and boys. Do you know that most comic books are the reason that superheroes exist, right? Well-known fact. Graphic novels and comic books create these superheroes that we all come to know and love. But for some reason, this market continues to move in the direction of males. This is our audience. This is our demographic. But 47% of comic book readers are female, including this nerd. So why is it that men get to be a little bit more super than women? Isn't Wonder Woman just as powerful as Superman? She gets to ride in an invisible jet, for goodness sakes, and she has a lasso of truth. And she still pulls off spandex better than he does. So why should I be surprised when one of my nerdy universes has two movies in a row that feature a female lead? We get a little confused because we have franchises that start off and they continue for 3 movies with a female lead, like The Hunger Games or Divergent, both strong female leads. But if you look at the statistics, only 33% of speaking parts in Hollywood are women. Why is that? Women buy 50% of movie tickets. It's not just the guys that are going to get their popcorn and their budget crunch and go into the movies on a Saturday night to see the opening new releases. So we've identified the problem then, right? Where are all the chicks? They're super too. So there's 3 solutions that we can go about looking at with this issue. The first is, of course, do nothing. I mean, we have a pretty great spread of movies right now anyway, right? There's dudes and chicks. It's all right. We're still making tons of money in the movie industry. But actually, it's kind of strange because even the number of female directors has been declining since 2002. It has declined by 2% since 1999. The second solution is, of course, to open the conversation. Talk about it. Men love women, and men love men, and women love women. So why can't we all live in a world where everyone can be a superhero, or at least have someone that represents them on that silver screen that they're paying money to go see? That our children and our nieces and nephews can look up to someone who they identify with on that screen. Since I have been alive, I have seen 3 Spider-Man reboots and 2 Batman series coming into fruition. Where's my Wonder Woman movie? She's finally about to come out, but I have had to wait my entire life to see her finally hit the screen in the quality that fans of the huge Marvel and DC universe are used to seeing in these multi-billion-dollar industry films. Have the conversation. The Ghostbusters movie that just came out, now Ghostbusters is a classic. I've seen so many men dressed in their Ghostbusters cosplay, which is a costume that they wear of a movie character at Comic Cons, but no women. The new Ghostbusters movie that just came out features an all-female cast. I saw that official trailer posted on Facebook, and then I started reading the comment section. Comment after comment of angry men. This isn't Ghostbusters. They've ruined Ghostbusters. This isn't right. And these are very well-known, very famous female comedians. most of whom I look up to and that many women I know look up to. But then I see the women jump in that say, hey, I like Ghostbusters too. Why can't I be represented in Ghostbusters? Why can't women take care of some ghosts? We ain't afraid of no ghosts. And of course, the third solution, because that might get a little messy, some of us are a little less brave when it comes to battling in the comment sections of Facebook, right? But the third solution is to put our money where our mouths are. We as consumers decide who gets to be seen on the silver screens. We as consumers get to decide which directors continue to make movies, which actors and actresses continue to star in these films that we pay money to sit in seats and buy, and then buy those DVDs or Blu-rays to take home and share with our family and friends. So that solution is something that we do anyway. We have to be more conscious of where and whom we go choose to see and what movies we go to see with our friends and family. Because aren't women super? I have time for 2 questions. Who has the first question? Well, one question I'm sometimes asked when I bring up superheroes and Comic Cons, they often ask about the clothing of superheroes versus superwomen. Because when you go to Comic Cons and see cosplay outfits, there's definitely a distinct difference. And this is something that I've had conversations with. I'm like, why are the women so much more sexualized? They're either the sexualized or they're the damsel in distress. Typically, they fit in one of those 2 roles. And that's something that I have a kind of interesting, vision of, because when I go to these costume contests and cosplays and people are dressed in these outfits, the men get to be a little bit more covered. Now some of them are still shirtless, and we all enjoy a good picture of Thor. I mean, a Hemsworth brother is good stuff, right? So there is a little bit on both sides, but we see it more with the women, definitely. Is there any other question out there? I have time for one question. No?
In conclusion.
Okay. So in conclusion, I think that the world in general can be a little bit more super if we can go out and start supporting both sides of the superhero universe. After all, we can never have enough heroes.
All right.